There's always been a lot of talk about the kind of pressure that the Indian automobile industry continues to find itself under. But of late, some of the focus has shifted to the two-wheeler space when it comes to a whole lot of new launches, new announcements, and also a lot of flux when it comes to the position of different players in the market. To discuss all of that, as well as one particular new product that's recently ridden in, we have with us the President and CEO of Yamaha from Japan, all the way from Japan, I should say, Mr. Hiroyuki Yanagi. Good to see you here in Chennai. Thank you for joining us, Yanagi-san.
Nice to meet you.
It's the new bike, of course, that I was referring to is right behind you. It's the first thing I'd like to speak with you about. So congratulations on the launch. The 125cc segment is where you've launched this product, and it is, of course, highly competitive. It's also a volumes driver. How do you see this particular product making a difference for you?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your asking that question. The Yamaha so far attacked to the high-end segments and the scooter segments, and as third step, we decided to get into the mass commuter segment. This is the first mass commuter segment for us. And we try to make best balance of the economy and also fuel mileage and performance. So this machine have good top speed performance. Also probably one of the best fuel mileage at the industrial top level. So we can offer the various good combination of values.
What sort of targets do you have for it in terms of volume or in terms of the share of the segment?
First, volume first, and then we have good customers base from the high-end segments to the scooter segments, including these mass commuter segments.
In India, the market has been in some kind of a flux. The last few months, we have seen some of the revival coming back. But of course, there's been a lot of pressure for the last several quarters now. What is your assessment of that? Do you see that cycle starting to change in 2015?
Could be. Right now, the world economy have some difficulties in various places, and but the Indian economy is much better than other emerging economies. And I expect the very strong recovery in this market. So we focus the good trend in this Indian market.
We've, of course, seen a fairly aggressive strategy from Yamaha, especially when you first announced the Chennai plant, and now I know it's close to opening its doors. But in this current scenario, where you see there's a lot of there's been this huge fight for market share between Hero as well as Honda, how do you see the rest of the market shaping up for players like yourself?
Probably everybody looking for the good growth for the next several years. And everybody seems to be very aggressive for the new investment. I think this is kind of a sign of the good confidence of the each players. Even us, we have good confidence with this market. So we try to make aggressive investment in this market.
So when you talk about the other players as well, do you think all of this new capacity and this kind of an aggressive strategy from pretty much every manufacturer, that is sustainable? Do you think the market can accommodate that kind of an increase?
Still this market, this country have the good potential for the motorcycle markets because of the population increase and good kind of the customers base for the motorcycle. I think this market still continue to grow. So at this moment, we can decide for the next investment.
The consumer's view on your brand is obviously different from the way an analyst or maybe even us in the media, we view it, because of course, in your history with Yamaha here in India, there have been many changes, and there have been, of course, certain strategy as well as management changes as well. But the consumer doesn't always see that. So from the consumer point of view, do you think that you've been able to build up a certain kind of scale or a certain kind of equity now to be able to make that big jump that you're planning to?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, we operated the Indian business just as usual. Sometimes the management changed very quickly, but it's still to support to better management or business in this market. We try to make a best guy to fit into this market. And also we decided to make a good investment to this market. Yeah, it's just normal. Yeah.
The reason I ask you that is because, of course, Yamaha has been a brand in India now for several years. But it's only in the last few years that we've started to see these big plans, and we've started to see so much expansion. Does some of that delay worry you, or do you think it's a good thing that you're finally getting that scale going?
Okay. For us, it took some years to make a good jump. But it's still okay. The most important thing is through the best products to make a better brand image. So we are steadily building up that brand image. So it's still okay for us.
When you look at the kind of rivals you have to deal with here in India, it is a very competitive market. Mm-hmm. You have strong Indian brands. You also have, of course, strong Japanese brands that dominate the scene. In your view, how do you separate your image then from them? Because on the one hand, you don't want to be clubbed with the Japanese brands. On the other hand, you want to make sure you're separate from the Indian brands. So how do you create a different image?
Okay. What importance is we must make a unique style of Yamaha. It should be consistent with all over the world. So the unique style consists of the three important factors. It's the first thing is the originality, and the second is technology. Third is styling design. So those originality and technology and the styling design makes the better brand image. It's different from the other competitors.